Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, this is Madden Football on EA Sports.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Hester to return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Hang on here. Oh, boy, an injury, and that's Cooper Kupp, who remains down on the turf. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. So here's Washington now, an excellent field position to start things out. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Roquan Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt, and that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott now. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Let's see what you got. 47 Mike,
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Prescott on 1st down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, he had a good amount of time to throw there, and at his level, he's going to pick you apart if you give him that time.
You have to increase your urgency. Whether you're blitzing, bringing extra pressure, or just your normal amount at him, you've got to get home, because if you don't, he picks up a 1st down just about every time, as he did there.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. A first down carry for Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
To throw is Prescott. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Prescott. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Nothing our score after 1. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first two possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Able to slither by. A good return there, 17 yards, and the Bears take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Prescott works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 74 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. And that is incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will make our score 9-0. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to in my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Second and 11. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Second and 8 coming up. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Washington on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Second and 10.
47's the mark. Coming to you, coming to you. 47's the mark, boy, 47. Check.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Washington on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Hester going to decide against a return, and they will spot this at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Running left, it's Barkley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
first down. Prescott. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now Prescott. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
A first down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on second down. Prescott to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 5. Now Prescott. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Prescott yet again. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Dak Prescott as the first half is winding down. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And the lead is now 13. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report.